I said I want to be a magician. He said you should.
Slap me and call me Susie. Okay.
Somebody what?
Slap me and call me Susie.
Slap you and call you Susie. Thank you very much. I think that's just what we'll do.
Hello there, and welcome to the Alakazam DVD featuring the incredible magic of Matthew Wright, who is a Magic Circle Close-Up Magician of the Year. And in fact, the great thing about this DVD is there's no pipe dreams on it. It's all great, practical, performance-orientated magic. Matthew has studied under some of the greats. Jeff McBride, Eugene Berger, all endorse his work. So if you've been watching DVD after DVD thinking these tricks are all very clever, but where's the stuff I can use in my act to make money? This is the DVD you've been looking for. If you want clever, commercial, entertaining magic with scripted presentations that you can plug straight into your act and, you know, entertain people and make money, this is the DVD you need. So enjoy.
Hey ladies, you alright? I'm Matthew.
Hello.
I'm your magician here this evening. A little magic to brighten up the night. Can I ask your name?
Laura.
Laura. How are you at shuffling cards, Laura?
Rubbish.
Excellent. Mix those up for me.
Thank you.
The reason I get her to shuffle is just so you know they're not in any order. Then you know I'm not cheating. I would never cheat. No, sometimes I do cheat a little bit. It's by mistake. And you won't catch me, so it doesn't count, does it? That's what I tell my girlfriend. If I'm cheating and you don't catch me, it doesn't count. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh.
I know. What's your name?
Debbie.
Debbie. Debbie, just look at one card and remember it for me.
Okay.
You have a card in mind? Whatever card you're thinking of right now, just say it out loud, like 5 of spades, whatever it is. You ready?
Yeah.
Name the card.
Ace of clubs.
Ace of clubs.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That's a good start, isn't it? That's a good start. It's not the best part of the trick, but it's a good start.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Joey.
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 Joey. Yeah. Point to a card for me, Joey, if you would. Just point to one. Take it out. Did you find the Ace of clubs? Did you get it? Show it the camera. Excellent, well done you. That was good. It's not the best bit. It's not the best bit. Just write your name on there for me if you would. Nice and big.
Okay.
Perfect. Joey, I'm going to take that card and then I'm going to blow it. Just once. Do you know what happens when I blow on this card? You know what happens?
What happened?
Do you know what happens?
No, I don't know.
It dries the ink. No, otherwise it smudges. No, it does. It gets everywhere. We don't want that. Yeah. Magic, Laura, only happens when you blow on the card. You ready? Blow. It's not the best. It's not the best bit. Joey, hold out your hand for me. I'm going to place those on there. There are 51 cards there, which means there's one missing, right?
Yeah.
Here, I've got my wallet. If we open the wallet, there's a flap. Open the flap, there's a sleeve. Inside the sleeve, there's a card.
Yeah.
There's one card here. There are 51 cards here. Take it out, take a look, and show the camera.
Oh my God.
Show it.
Oh my God.
Guess what?
Oh my God.
Guess what?
What?
It's not the best bit. Yeah. Hold out your hand. We'll place those on there. Oh, you put your hand on top. Hand on top. Debbie, put your hand on top. And another one. Hand underneath. Hand on top. Perfect. I'm going to reach in and take out one card, all right?
Okay.
It's your card. It's not the best bit. It's not the best bit.
What the hell?
I know. I can't sleep. When you blew on the card, you made it vanish, right? This time you blow on the hands. Do you know what happens when you blow on the hands? They disappear. Not the hands, Debbie. They're okay. Just the cards. You ready?
Yeah.
Blow. Did you feel it?
Yeah, I felt it.
Did you feel it? Did you feel them go? All the cards have disappeared.
What? No way.
Yeah, it's the best bit.
Okay.
Have a look.
Whoa. What the hell? Seriously.
Did you see where they went? Did you see where they went, Joey?
Oh. Oh my gosh.
It's not very hygienic, but it looks fun, and that's why we're here.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Thank you.
So, Kazaki's opener.
Kazaki's opener. This is my opener. This is the one trick that I use for everything, for walk around, cocktail dinners, out on the streets, everything. This
Right.
is my number
Why
one.
do you call it Calzaghe's opener?
Just because I love boxing.
Right.
Calzaghe is my favourite boxer, and I think that when you're going up cold to a group of people, it's almost like a boxing match. You're throwing out jabs, trying to
Right.
become the dominant alpha male. You're getting them on side. You're just throwing jabs. If
So
you
like a
miss,
bit,
they miss.
bit of jazz magic, but more
Yeah,
aggressive.
aggressive
Keep them,
jazz
get them on the
magic,
back foot.
yeah.
Keep them on the
Yeah,
back
exactly. Make sure that
Because
they-
you know, cocktail parties and stuff, they can be very aggressive groups of people, can't they? You know,
they're not expecting
Show
to
me
see
what you've got,
magic. They
hit me
don't
with-
want to
yeah.
see magic, or they're trying to catch you out. This just boom, 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 boom.
Cool.
It keeps everyone under check.
okay.
So the first thing I do is introduce myself,
Yep.
get everyone's names, and then I get whoever I think is the alpha male, the dominant male. I do a fancy little shuffle and ask him to shuffle the cards.
Right.
That puts him off track. He's not going to start being clever. He's concentrating on making
Doing the
sure he
shuffle.
gets
Okay.
So as he's doing that, I can then be friendly with the rest of the group.
Bit of Eugene Berger touching going on.
Always
I
a little
know
bit of very touchy feely.
Absolutely.
And then I'll go to another male and do the eyesight.
The eyesight, okay.
Now, as I'm coming down, I'll palm off the bottom card.
Yep.
This one will go on the shoulder. I will then peek the top card, which
Yeah.
is the Queen of Diamonds in this case, and I'll also take note of that.
Okay.
So I'm going to get one of three, and we'll explain that later on. But
Yeah.
I've got three outs.
I think that's a separate section on the DVD anyway,
Yeah,
isn't it? The whole
yeah,
eyesight
that's right.
explanation, so.
So let's say you go for the Seven of Diamonds.
Right.
What I'll do, I'll name the Queen of Diamonds.
Right.
I say, so just name any card out there like Queen of Diamonds. If it's the Queen of Diamonds, I'll be able to tell from your face
Sure.
you've got a reaction. But in this case, we're going for the Seven of Diamonds,
Yeah.
which we will pull from behind.
Okay.
You. So that's quite a startling. It's a 30-second trick. You're right in, and we haven't
Straight
even
in.
had a card chosen yet.
And the setup of touching them on the shoulder beforehand gets set for the
Exactly,
cartridge you need.
exactly.
Otherwise it'd be a bit weird for the
Yeah,
first time
yeah.
you'd be touching them.
Cool. So we've produced this.
Right,
Then
cool.
goes into the centre for a classic force.
Right.
Now I'm really not worried about hitting this. The trick works both ways. If I hit it, it's a good trick.
Right.
If I miss it, I've got a colour change, which
Okay.
is a good trick too. So we'll go in, and you've got the Seven of Diamonds, which
Okay.
is a trick in itself.
Yep.
So well done you. That's not the best bit. Write your name in it. So I've got this running catchphrase.
Oh, it's not
It
the
comes
best
from
bit.
behind the ear. It's not the best bit. With classic force, it's not the best bit. Now, obviously, if they miss the classic force,
I put a comedy name on there, obviously. Mark Elston, so hilarious. Right. Little in joke there.
yeah. So if they miss it, I'll top change and get them to blow,
Right.
and it'll become the card. Either way, we get their name on the card. Now, do your favourite colour change.
Yep.
Now, I'm using a blow as part of the routine, so I'm
Right.
blowing for the, is this the shapeshifter change?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think? So we'll change that to whatever card it is and pop this back in the middle. Now I'm going to do a one-handed top palm with two hands, basically. So
Right.
hold out your hand. As we're coming down, I'll just palm that off. Put this into here.
Okay.
And I'll bring this hand up, so all the tension's going on here as this hand with the palm card is
Goes
going
away.
down into my wallet. So I've got a card to wallet here. I'm using the real man's wallet here, with
Right.
whatever your favourite card to wallet is.
Okay.
This is going in as I'm pulling this up and saying there are 51 cards here because there's one card missing.
Right.
At fingertips here I have my wallet. Open the wallet, and it's quite a process to get into this wallet, that's why I like it. Whatever wallet you're using, you pull the card halfway out,
Yep.
and again just do a little dribble to reinforce that there is a pack of cards here. There's 51 cards here.
Right.
Little flash of the face so that they can see that they are cards. There's one card here. Take it out, take a look. Now everyone's attention is on
Attention's
this
here.
card. As that's going, I'll come down to the pocket. I've got the cards in a deep mechanics grip. This finger's free to come out. I'll go inside, and these two fingers will clip the Omnideck.
Right, okay.
As I go in, it just drops, we clip, and it comes out here.
Yep.
As soon as that card comes out, we're in, and the deck goes underneath the wall.
So that's why you were making a big deal about flashing the cards on the bottom card.
Yeah.
Because it's just ahead of the switch.
Yeah, it's just ahead of the switch to get to see the cards, and then boom, within a second, I've got what looks like the
The
side
deck
of the
underneath,
deck
yeah,
underneath
okay.
it. So they'll pull out the card, a little bit of a shot. They think that's the end of the trick,
Yeah.
which in most cases it is. That's not the best bit, and I'll just make a little gap and slide this card onto the top of the Omnideck. As I close up the wallet, say hold out your hand.
Right.
So literally 5 seconds earlier they had the hand out, I was dribbling cards. Now they've got the same position like this.
Yeah, but it's an Omnideck.
But it's the Omnideck. There's the chosen card, the signed card, and the Omnideck. Now if there's a group of people, I'll get everyone to put their hands on. It's very
Right.
it makes a nice mould.
Yeah.
If
Get
it's two
everyone
men,
involved.
if it's 2 men, it's great. I'll get 2 men holding hands and get them to close together. It's a nice picture and some gags about that.
So they've got the hands.
So they've got the hands on top. Now you've got to make sure that you cover the card completely.
Yeah.
Obviously, here there's a little bit coming out. So what I'll get them to do is put your hand this way.
That way, okay.
So it's completely covering the pack. And then I reach in, bring this up to eye level, so they can still see the edge of the deck here.
Okay.
Pull out the card, which is just the top card. It's just a case of pulling the top card, and reveal it.
Yeah.
Now, also, while we're here, I might as well mention this. A lot of people will be wearing watches. If you do watch stealing, you can take a watch while this is happening.
Right.
Particularly
if it's a big group holding the...
Exactly. There's a lot of people touching, they're not going to notice. Now, I don't do it. I used to, but I'm not a big fan of it. So what I do now, I'll grab the watch and I'll say, I could steal that watch if I wanted, and I get the same reactions, funnily enough, as when I was stealing the watch. So you're getting a watch steal for free, basically. So we'll take this off, pull this out. That's not the best bit. Get everyone to blow. It's a big game.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot of fun with the people doing it. Argue against them that the cards have vanished, and then they reveal.
Cool, and it's there and bang.
Now, as they're revealing, you don't have to add this finish, but I sometimes do. This card goes back into the pocket. You peel off a handful of cards into a palm position and just do the cards from mouth as a finish.
Cool.
Kazagi's opener.
Excellent. Nice one. So this is the eyesight technique. Now this is based on Joe Riding's thinker card. We've got it set up exactly so you're seeing what Matt sees here. So you've kind of got an over-the-shoulder viewpoint, because the key element to this technique is where my eyes are looking, or where the spectator's eyes are looking. So in this instance you'll see exactly what Matt is seeing, following my eye line as he's doing the move. So here we go.
So I'm just going to spread through the cards. I want you to look at one and just remember it. Okay, and I'm just looking for his eyes and looking where he's going to glaze over, and there's a little blink and a glaze, and I'm guessing that he's going to be on one of these 2 cards. So here I'm just going to split the cards, bringing this one to the bottom of the pack and this one to the top of the pack. As I reverse these, I can glimpse the top card, the 8 of hearts, and I can palm off the 6 of clubs. And when I'm doing that, I'll just move my hand forward, rest my hand on his shoulder, and say, okay, whatever card you're thinking of, just name it out loud, and I'll call the 8 of hearts. So whatever card you're thinking of, just name it like 8 of hearts.
6 of clubs.
6 of clubs. Now that's the one I've got palmed, so I can immediately, as soon as he's said it, I'm in, and produce the 6 from behind his ear.
Now obviously, as you saw in the performance, he wouldn't be reaching right across me that distance if he stood a lot closer, so it would be a hand on the shoulder of the person next to him rather than a big reach across the space like this. So let's do that again in real time so you can see it another time.
Okay, so just take a look at a card and remember it for me. You got one?
Yep.
Fantastic. Whatever card you're thinking of right now, just say it out loud, like Queen of Spades.
Yeah, it is the Queen of Spades.
It's
yeah.
the Queen of Spades, which is the top card here. That's the one I call.
Cool. And that's it. So you were telling me about some ideas you've had with the Omni deck for the ending for promotional use, really.
Yeah, I use the on the deck at trade shows,
Right.
and I can get the company name laser etched into the bottom,
Right.
and have a little hole drilled in here, so it's a paperweight come pen holder.
So if the company want to pay to buy a load to
Yeah.
give away, so you get them etched and
You
drilled.
can get them laser etched
Okay.
and drilled in. So we've got the routine. That's not the best bit. That appears. That's not the best bit. The best bit is that you get to keep it, which is a nice little giveaway.
Yeah, cool.
And the other thing, I just have one other thing to maybe generate a bit more traffic to your website. When we've got the hands on the deck and everyone's
Right.
together, so just a little closer, it makes a nice picture. And I go to the pocket and bring out my phone or a camera and actually take a picture.
Right.
So you've got a nice group picture at a party. Take a picture, hand them out the business card and say your picture will be on the website, come along, check it out.
I mean, that's a
Download it
great
for free.
idea. They can download the picture you've just taken
Yeah.
of them enjoying themselves
Yeah.
at the party,
Yeah.
but they've got to come and have a look at your website,
Exactly.
which is great.
And what I'd do as well, when
Great
you get
idea.
home, when you're downloading the pictures onto the site, just put your own company website on the bottom, so if they print them out, they've got your company
Sure.
name on there as well.
Yeah, cool.
Good tips.
Nice one, thank you.
You know, when people find out I'm a magician, they usually say to me, Matt, how did you get into magic? That's usually what they say. About now. I'm glad you asked. It was my dad, actually. But he took a coin and he put it in his hand and rubbed. Coin vanished and appeared in his hand. I was like, whoa. How did you do that? He said, it's magic. I said, I want to be a magician. He said, you don't. I said, I do. He said, you don't. I said, I do. He said, you'd have to practice every day. I said, I will. He said, you won't. I said, I will. And I did. I found 3 of the biggest coins I could lay my hands on. And I practiced every day until I could make one of the coins jump from this hand into this hand. I was like, Dad, I think I'm a magician. He said, you're not. I said, I am. He said, you're not. I said, I am. I can make a coin jump from this hand to this hand faster than the eye can see. He said, that's not bad for a first go. But all the best magicians do the magic slow, then you can see. I said, they don't. He said, they do. I said, they don't. He said, they do. Try it. I said, I will. He said, you won't. I said, I will. So I did. As slow as I could go, just for my dad. I said, I want to be a magician. He said, I think you should.
That's very good.
So, Final Destination, not just a superior teen killer movie.
This is also the answer to the problem of the final coin of a 3-fly routine.
Cool.
I was sessioning with Jeff McBride and we wanted to come up with a way to make a coin, the final coin, go from one hand to the other. And Jeff mentioned the Astro card,
right,
which was an underground card trick in the 70s and 80s in New York, where a card floated from one hand to the other.
Yeah.
Well, he gave me the idea and we came along and made this. This is a gimmick coin.
Right.
It's basically a Slippery Sam gimmick with the Teflon taken off. And also here we've got some...
Just a Sam then?
This is a Sam.
A Sam?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Basically it's a shell coin with half of the rim milled away. So we've got half milled here.
So if someone wanted to make this, they could buy a Slippery Sam and take the Teflon off, or
they could
to save money they could buy a shell coin and cut half the rim off.
Cut half the rim.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, it's a little bit of an engineering job, but it is possible. And super glued to this, we have 2 pieces of tubing, which is electrical wire tubing.
Right.
With the
Was it
wire
just out of a
strip
plug
tight.
or anything?
Yeah, I think this was earthing wire.
Right,
And it's
okay.
Just, I don't know if you can see that on camera. We've got it's a tube with the wire stripped
So,
out.
okay.
So it's just
So
plastic.
just standard size, yeah.
Now this is glued, the longer piece is glued just above halfway.
And it's just shorter than the diameter of the coin, I noticed.
Just short, yeah, so that from the front here, it just looks like a regular coin.
Yeah, sure.
You can't see any of the
Okay.
tubing coming out. So this is glued in just above halfway, and then up near the top we have a shorter piece that again is just short of the edges.
Yeah.
And underneath we have a little bit of blue tack.
So the blue tack's not holding that one on, they're both super glued on.
They're super glued on.
There's
The
just
blue tack is
as
there
well.
is to hold this pin,
Right, okay.
which we'll come to very shortly.
Okay. So how's it actually set up then? Where does the thread...
Well, we'll use this piece of bright red thread here so that you can see this clearly. Normally I'll be using Kevlar thread, piece of Kevlar thread.
Invisible Kevlar
Invisible Kevlar
Probably
thread.
doesn't look as good with a red thread.
It's not quite as magical with the red thread. Now Kevlar, I will use 1 piece
Right.
for practicing, 1 thin single thread for practicing.
Right.
If I might performing, I'd like to use 2 pieces,
Okay.
really, just to be safe. So we'll go into the setup. We put the thread onto a needle. Now this needle has been shaved off at the end, so it's not sharp.
Right. I thought it looked quite short.
Yeah, we're just using the needle really to make the threading of the coin easier.
Okay.
So we'll tie that on. I usually tie a couple of knots and just bite off the end or cut off the end. So the needle comes in the top part of the thread from this side, goes around and back into this part of the thread through the tube,
Through the lower tube, yeah.
just give that a little tap to bring it out the bottom end. So the needle really is just there to make the threading process easier.
Okay.
Then it doubles back on itself and sticks to the blue tack.
Right.
So basically we have a little loop here.
Yep.
That the finger can slide into. And when this is pulled, so it becomes like a pulley system.
Yeah, yeah.
When this side's pulled, the loop tightens up.
Yeah.
So we'll turn the coin around and I'll show you
How
what
it
we do with
works.
the other end.
Right, okay.
Okay. On this end of the thread, we need a little magnet,
Right.
which is a rod magnet. I think these are about 50 pence on eBay.
Right. What size is it? That's about 8 millisecond, is it?
Yeah, I think that is 8mm by 8mm by 2mm.
Yeah.
We'll wrap the thread around a few times.
Okay.
And just to cover and keep that in place, we'll put some PK putty on there.
Right.
Now you could use normal putty, but I like to put the PK on just because it's magnetic and it more chance of keeping everything in place there.
It's not really impromptu, this trick, is it?
There's a little bit of setup, but I mean it's only 5 or 10
I'm only
minutes.
joking,
and the
yeah, you're
reactions
set to
are
go.
great.
Yeah,
I mean this is more of a parlour trick than a walk around trick. Anyway,
Yeah, for sure.
to be fair.
Although the reactions we were getting in the bar were absolutely killer. You know, people were freaking out.
Well, anything floating, any kind of levitation, and it's going to freak you out.
Absolutely.
I'm wearing a PK ring.
And that's it. I mean, okay, we're using the red thread, but literally you've set up in a minute or two. You know,
Yeah, and we're ready to
it's
go.
It's that easy. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the magnet and PK putty go onto the PK ring. The left hand first finger, the index finger, goes into the loop here.
Okay. Do you find it easy to snag the invisible thread? Is it?
Yeah, I mean we've got quite a nice gap here that you can just push
Pull it
in.
across. Yeah, yeah.
Now I've got a setup inside the box. You only need to do this finding the end and pulling it when you initially set it up.
Okay.
I've got the hook up in the box that makes this bit.
Well, we'll look at
this
that in a
part
minute,
much
won't we?
easier.
So,
We'll come
yeah.
to that.
This is just for the performance.
So we've got the length here. The magnet is on the PK ring. The fingers through the edge, and you just pull the hands apart, and the coin floats from hand to hand.
That's great.
Now, obviously, the longer you have the thread, the further your hands have to go apart. But that's just trial and error and personal preference.
Stunning.
Cool.
So, this is the box you used to hold the setup in your...
Yeah, I've got a very ornate wooden box, but obviously this can just as easily be fitted into your walk-around case. We'll start at this side. We have a couple of push pins
Right.
that we've just filed down a little bit to keep them smooth so the thread doesn't snag on them. And there's also a little piece of MDF with a channel smoothed out of it that the
Right.
finger can just run along.
Okay.
Over this side we have a little piece of blue tack
Yeah.
and also just a piece of metal that's magnetic.
Okay. So this is going to hold the whole coin
This
set
holds
up,
the whole
ready to
thing
go.
ready to go, so it's an instant setup when you're ready.
So this could just be a piece of plastic which folds over inside your close-up case, or
Absolutely,
it
yeah.
could be anything like
I
that.
think you could even adapt this so that it hangs inside your jacket, and you could do this walk around.
Yeah, sure.
So let's just show you how this works. I've got this hooked on here for now. This little piece that comes out the end, the loop, we'll pull this through and hook that over the two push pins there.
Right.
So that gives us a nice gap there
Yeah.
that we can run the finger in when we come to hook up.
Pick it up.
We have the coin pushed onto the blue tack
Right.
and the little magnet attached to the
You've
metal.
thought of everything. Now, where would these other coins, these other two coins, where would they be?
They're just inside
In-
the
in
box,
the box.
whatever, in a
With
little
other stuff
purse,
or
yeah,
whatever,
whatever
okay.
else you've got in there, they're just easily accessible. So it's a good point actually. We'll take those out first when I'm starting the routine. Then I come in, take the magnet, just drop it onto the ring,
Right.
put the finger in and hook it around, pull off the coin, and I'm ready to go.
So this would be done behind the bar or to one side or whatever.
Well, I mean, I'll show you from the front how quick this is. Let's just set it up again on camera.
Okay.
So that's around here. The coin's on. The magnet's in place. Now the string's a little long here for demonstration purposes. Normally this is quite taut.
Right. Okay.
So I'll turn this around and just show you how quick we are to set up. So the ring's on, we've got the coins inside the box and the hookups there. We can go in, take the coins out with the left hand, the magnet goes on, we're hooked up, close the box, and I'm ready to go.
Cool. Yeah, it's all very quick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's seconds. So all we have now is the 3-fly routine itself.
Okay, well let's check that out from the
Let's
start.
get this out of the way. Okay, so we've got the thread going around the first index finger.
Okay.
It has to go around the first index finger just to make the float look a little stronger.
Sure.
So the coin takes into the left hand.
Yep.
And you pull taut on the thread and let it lie on the palm.
Okay. So the whole 3-fly is performed with you hooked up?
We're hooked up the entire way through.
Right.
I mean, I think this can be developed to any 3-fly routine that you've got that uses 3 coins. So this is a gimmick coin, this is a magnetic slippery Sam.
Okay.
That's the second coin I use. I'm sure you can, if you do a 3-fly, you can adapt that to a flipper or
A normal slippery
whatever,
Sam
yeah,
or
whatever coin you
This
use.
is just your personal
This
handling
is my
of 3-fly?
personal handling. I'm sure it can be adapted to anyone's.
Okay.
This is a regular coin.
So you've got the final destination gimmick
Yeah.
hooked up, ready to go.
Yeah.
You've got your magnetic slippery Sam, or any slippery Sam would do,
Yeah.
and a regular matching
Absolutely.
Barbadalla.
So we'll take the first 2 coins, the regular and the magnetic slippery Sam,
Yep.
and we'll finger palm the gimmick
Yep.
and spread this into 3. Do the old move where we pull it back and make one appear. Now at every stage of the routine, once a coin appears, I'm just going to give it a little pull just to keep everything taut so that nothing tangles
Nothing
up,
gets
and then we
caught
can go back in. So the first coin goes, then we'll switch for the second coin. So we've got 1 finger palmed, a coin, a shell and a coin.
So just cover that again, because you did it quite quickly there, for those that aren't aware, or don't,
Well, I do
knowledge
this
about 3
differently.
flies.
To most people will come over, tap
That's
this
right,
coin
that's
and
the
then
difference,
take it.
yes.
Now I don't do it that way. I'll do it on a movement where, as I'm coming up.
Almost as an offbeat on the offbeat.
Yeah, for a split second, there's going to be 3 coins in view on this side, because it just makes the switch so much cleaner.
Right.
As I come up, I'll take this one into palm and spread this so there are 3. Come back down, grab the bottom coin and come through.
Right.
So from here, it's just. Which,
Yeah, there's a bit of a retention of vision.
yeah, there is a retention
Yeah.
of vision. The problem I see with this is that you bring the attention to it as you do the move.
Sure.
That's how most people do it. I just do a little flash and bring it this way.
Yeah.
So now all you have to do is bring this one out of finger palm into position here. Now this is quite nice as well because of the tube in here.
It gives it nice definition.
It gives it a nice depth here.
Because normally
Yeah.
it's flat,
Yeah,
against
exactly,
the edge of the shell.
exactly. So we've got a nice little gap.
And you don't find the tubes or the thread get caught up in any way? Or?
Again, I'll pull this one down so that that one vanishes, and I'll just give a little pull, just to keep everything taut,
Great, cool.
to keep everything clean. Now, the right hand comes and collects the second coin and the third coin. The left hand pulls everything apart and comes back to collect the 2 coins, leaving the final destination gimmick in the right hand.
Right.
And then you're ready to go. Now, the thread, if you can see this on the back, I get it to come underneath.
So it's underneath here.
It's underneath the top coin, so we've got the 2 threads coming along here and just held in position by the thumb. So everything's just running along.
It's actually running kind of on the underneath of the rim of this coin, isn't it? Here
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
going through.
I don't know if you can see that. So that just means that when this coin floats across, it's going to go in exactly the right position underneath that coin.
Okay.
So we'll bring that onto the finger, under the thumb. Now slowly let go with the right hand. And it's also nice with the left hand here, if we just give it a little tilt, otherwise when you let go it's going to drop down.
Yeah.
Just give the 2 coins in the left hand a little tilt so
That
the
keeps it
thread's
under
going
pressure
along
nice
an
and
angle.
taut, yeah.
Keeps it nice and taut, so you can just relax with the right hand, have it float for a second, and then slowly straighten up the coins in the left hand.
This is one of those
And
times
gently
that
move the hands
the
apart.
spectators would be even more impressed if they knew what the method was.
Maybe.
The effect.
Maybe. And the beauty of this as well, it takes away all the questions of the first two coins. Normally people are thinking, how did that happen, how did that happen? This is such a gobsmacking moment.
Absolutely.
They're forgetting about the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
two
absolutely.
anyway. And you finish in with the hands very, very clean.
Yeah. And I noticed in the performance it's very steady going across, there's no kind of bounce.
I'm glad you mentioned that actually. Nose grease.
Right.
Is something that I've found works very well
Okay.
for my thread work. If you just rub the side of your nose when you're setting up and rub it down the side of the thread, it just allows it to run a little smoother over this finger.
Right. Over this finger.
Over this finger.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you may want to give it a little lick. It doesn't look very nice, but
No, no.
a little bit of moisture will make it run smoothly as well. Because the last thing you say, like you say, is to see it jerking.
Yeah,
across
yeah,
like
that, yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you clean up? So, I mean, you're in a bit of a, tight spot at the end when all three are in this hand. They can't obviously be given out for examination on any level.
Yeah, I mean, I do this a lot in parlour and competitions. This has won me some competitions,
Okay.
for sure. If I'm doing it in that sort of setting, I'll just snap the thread
Right, and just put it away.
and just put it away. Otherwise, I can bring out the box,
Put it away. into
drop the
there.
2 coins in. I'm set up here. The hand comes in. We hook over the 2,
Put it back away.
pop it on, and we're all set.
I think it's such a stunning moment when that coin floats across. People are just too stunned to say, let me check those coins out or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
That's exactly what was happening in performance. The fact that you've conceived of being able to do 3-fly while hooked up with a coin gimmick with invisible thread is stunning to me. Very
very
impressed. Very impressed.
Billy, how you doing, mate? I'm Matt. Do you play cards at all?
I have done.
Excellent. Gambling man?
Maybe.
Little bit. Well, I'm going to give you the fairest gamble of your life, all right?
Okay.
I've got my wallet there. You can keep your eye on that. Inside there, I've got £20, and I've also got a playing card.
Okay.
Now, in a minute, you're going to choose a card
Okay.
out of this deck,
Yep.
and if your card doesn't match exactly with the card that I've got in that wallet, you win £20.
Okay.
Sounds pretty fair. And I'm going to give you a really fair way of choosing a card. I could just ask you to think of a card, but I'll tell you now, 70% of men, when asked to think of a card, will go for the Ace of Spades. I bet, and you probably were then, your little smile tells me you were, yeah. About 60% of women will go for either the Queen of Hearts or the Ace of Diamonds. Those are the most popular cards, so I can kind of follow up and guess what you're going to choose. So we won't do it that way. Another way I could get you to choose a card would be to, let's have a look. Just look at a card. So just look at one. You got one in mind? The card I was trying to get you to look at was the 5 of Diamonds. What card were you looking at? 5 of Diamonds. So you can kind of influence where someone's going to look. Another way of be doing it would be to deal down through the pack. If you were thinking of the Ace of Spades the first time, yeah?
Yeah.
So if I deal down through the pack, any time you like, you just say stop. Perfect. Take the card. And we've got the Ace of Spades. So you can kind of make someone stop where you want as well. You can make someone think of a card. You can make someone look at a card. You can make someone stop at a card. I'm going to give you all those 3 options rolled into one. Okay? Couldn't be any fairer. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to deal through the cards one at a time. When they're face down on the table, they're out of the game. You just look, think about it, and say stop on any card you like.
Okay.
I'll tell you now, no one ever stops on the first couple of cards. It's up to you. You can do if you want. Queen of Hearts, that's a popular one. But I'll just keep dealing through. Now this one was kind of midway, so we can put that out of the game, or we can take the Ace of Hearts, or we can take the King of Clubs. It's up to you.
Ace of Hearts.
The Ace of Hearts, so the King is going out of the game, yeah? And you want to stop on the Ace. Are you sure?
Yep.
You don't want to go one more card?
No.
I don't want you to go to bed tonight and say, oh, Matt, if you'd just let me go one more card. This has to be fair.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to wake up in the morning and say, oh, what would happen? What would happen if I got one more card? It's up to you.
I got a 2.
You're going to go one more card? Don't let me influence you.
I
It's up to you. What do you want to do?
2.
Do you want to go for this one's out of the game, yeah? Now look at that, it's the 6 after the 2. You could have the 6. It's entirely your choice. I want this to be as fair as possible.
I'll have the 2.
You're going to go for the 2?
Yeah.
You sure? Excellent. Take out £20 for me if you would. This is where the gambling starts. Pop it on the table. Now I'm going to give you a chance to back out in a second. I've got my wallet here. This has been on the table since before we started the trick. You stopped on the 2 of hearts. You could have stopped on any of these cards, right? Inside the wallet, I've got another smaller wallet. And inside this wallet, I've got £20. And paperclip to the £20, I have a card. It says take a chance. Now, it's whether you are willing to take a chance. I'm telling you right now that that card is the 2 of hearts, and if you take the chance, you're going to lose that money. But the choice is yours. Look at my face. Is this a poker face? Am I telling the truth? You've got a 52 to 1 chance. I'm telling you right now, if you take the gamble, you're going to lose. What we're going to go for?
Take the gamble.
You're going to take the gamble? What do you think you should do?
Take the gamble.
You take the gamble too. You half it with him then, eh? That'll be alright, 10 each. Tell you what, I don't want to touch anything. This is as fair as possible. Turn over the card.
Oh, no.
Billy, you're going to go to bed at night. Billy, you should have gone for the 6 of spades.
Yeah. What would happen if you'd gone one more card, Billy? You'll never know. But sleep well tonight. I am teasing. You can keep that.
Thank you.
No! Have a good night, boys. See you later.
So Matt, the explanation for
Mental Mullica.
mental mullica,
Yeah, this is a gaff deck
right?
based on Eugene Berger's Thought Sender,
Okay.
which was an adaptation of a brainwave.
Mhm.
It's basically an upside-down pop-eyed popper deck.
Right.
Normally you've got 2 cards waxed and you're dealing from this way. In this method we're dealing from the top and we've got cards waxed together.
Okay.
One's a blue back, one's a red back.
So they're the same cards, the
That's
same
a pair of cards.
Okay.
So
You've got 26 of those pairs.
26
Does it matter
of
what they
those.
are? Does it matter what the pairs are?
Well, it doesn't matter really what they are. I've got an Ace of Spades in there, I've got a Queen of Hearts
Right.
in there just because I mentioned them and those are popular cards for people to choose.
Okay.
But what this deck allows you to do is turn the cards down showing blue backs as you go, and whenever they stop you can just split the pack,
Split the pair, yeah.
split the pair, which gives you one that you can load underneath the Mullica wallet.
Right.
So we'll explain the workings of the Mullica wallet now.
Yeah, cool.
Basically a Mullica wallet is a wallet inside a wallet with a slit on the back which
Right.
allows you to load a card from the deck inside the inner wallet.
So this is normally done with the deck face down, isn't
This
it?
is normally done with the top card of the deck face
Okay.
down, yeah. But this way we're doing it face up.
Okay.
So you have the wallet, if you're right-handed you have the wallet in your right hand. You've got a split and a break under this card.
Okay.
This will flip open and clip
You're
underneath.
stealing the card underneath.
Yeah,
right.
so my ring finger is just going to clip against
Okay.
that. So it just keeps it in space.
Okay.
These can then come out. And the nice thing about this trick is you see in a 6 of spades that you've stopped on. We're opening the wallet, we've done the move,
Yep.
and you're still seeing the 6 of
Six of
spades that
spades.
you've stopped on.
Yeah, cool.
The right hand now transfers the wallet into the left hand. So the middle finger takes the card,
Right.
clipping it in position again. You pull out this wallet, you can give it a little flash.
So this is the one that's got a
Now
slit
there's
in
a
the back.
there's a
Say, and
slit
there's
in the
paper
back
clip,
and there's a
okay.
paper clip coming out of here.
Okay.
The middle finger can cover the paper clip
Okay.
as you just give a quick flash. You use the smaller wallet to close up the larger wallet, and as
Right.
you're doing that, these fingers straighten
Right.
and loads
Pass that
into the
card.
paper clip.
Okay.
So now you're free to let go and just casually toss that onto the floor.
Okay.
You can then open this up, reach in with the hands. Inside here, on the other side of the paper clip, we've got a £20 note, which will cover the
So
card
they're not seeing the
completely.
value of the
yeah,
card at
otherwise
this
when
point.
you pull it out, you're going to see
Sure.
a little flash. So you need to have that square.
Okay.
You can pull this out, turn the card over, showing a red back. This has got blue backs here. You can spread these with blue backs
Yeah, it looks
here.
like it's from a
So
separate.
it's obviously from a different pack.
Okay. So just show me the setup of the without the card. Just show me the setup again of this inside the wallet.
Okay, so we've got a £20 note
It's folded into thirds.
Yeah, one third over,
Yeah.
just so it'll completely cover a
Kind
card.
of card,
basically.
okay.
A £10 note is just a little bit small,
Right.
and a £50 note doesn't fit into the smaller wallet, so a £20 is perfect. You got the paper clip just over the
So it's-
two parts.
Right. Okay. And that goes in.
This loads into the wallet.
So just the mechanics of this.
Let's show you
This
the
is just a
wallet.
little wallet with a slit in it, right?
Yeah. if we
Right,
can
okay.
just show that. There's a big gap.
And Mullica wallet because of Tom Mullica, obviously, who invented the wallet. So, and these are still available to buy, aren't they?
Yeah, you can get these around. There's the smaller hip pocket Mullicas. You can go into a department
Why do you
store.
prefer the big one then?
It's just a lot more flexible.
Right.
It's nice to get in your jacket.
Okay.
I do have another Carter wallet where I use a regular wallet, but
Okay.
this just looks a little more classy.
Yeah, a bit more
I think.
substantial, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is, the paperclip thing is set up inside the smaller wallet.
Yes, I should mention David Parr actually.
Right.
As well had some work on a Mullica wallet where he had a big slit in the back and a
Right.
post-it note.
Yeah, yeah.
So that the card would be
Which this is
attached
in
to
his book,
something.
Brain Food.
I think that was in
Yeah,
Brain Food,
okay.
yeah. So we've got the £20 note inside here. From this side, you can see that the paperclip is coming through the back there.
Right, okay.
So that just allows you to pop the card.
So the load is even easier than normal, because normally you're going for the slot.
Yeah.
This time you're just going
Yeah,
for the paperclip,
you just-
you can't miss. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool,
it just
okay.
slides straight in.
And then that's in
And
there.
this is inside the wallet here.
Okay. Cool. So, now, the actual forcing procedure, you've got these pseudo forces, or the pseudo explanations for
Yes,
So
I'm
what-
making it seem as though I can influence you every step
Yeah.
of the way. So the first one is get you to think of a card,
Right.
which genuinely could get me in a lot of trouble, but I'm dismissing that by telling you some statistics that are backed up with, I should imagine they're almost real, the statistics.
Yeah.
I say 70% of men would say the Ace of Spades, and 60% of women would say the Queen of Hearts or the Ace of Diamonds,
Yeah, yeah.
which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
People do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can dismiss just thinking of a card because
Okay.
I make it seem that that's the easiest way of me to get your card.
And you're progressively sounding like you're trying to make it fairer.
Exactly,
Right, okay.
exactly. We're getting fair. The second way would be just to look at a card.
Okay.
And here I use the eyesight principle.
Okay.
That we spoke
Now
about.
we've got this covered on the DVD. So the eyesight is a thing used as a force. It's Joe Riding's thing, very
Yeah.
very strong.
Yeah.
Or your work on Joe Riding's ideas with the thinker card.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
here you're almost using it like a throwaway, you are telling them the card they just looked at, but you're not really doing it as part of the effect. It's almost part of the
Yeah,
build up
this
to
is so simple.
how fair can I be.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now what I'll do, I'll look through the cards as though I'm looking for a card. Now I'm doing nothing here.
Yeah.
But I'm making it look as though, okay, yeah, that'll be the one.
Okay.
And I run through, do the
Then you do the
force,
eyesight
which
thing,
is-
okay,
is
so I'm
this
looking-
one.
yeah.
So the four of diamonds, I'll come down and take a peek at the four of diamonds, table the deck and say the card you're thinking of is the four of diamonds.
Right.
So that's the second one.
Mhm.
Now the third one is the, what do we call this?
It's just a timing force, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
I think
I saw it on Greg Wilson, but I know it goes way back before.
obviously, yes. I think probably a Vernon thing, I'd imagine. Obviously, it'll be in the credits section on the end of the DVD, but it's one of those things I seem to have always known about as well. It's just a timing thing, isn't it?
Well, we'll just run through it very quickly.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
say we're going to force the five of hearts.
Yeah.
We'll have that about 2/3 of the way down the
Okay.
pack. And I'll just cut off little packets. Now, this is a wording thing. I'll say anytime you like, anytime you want, just say the word stop.
Stop.
And we'll stop on the five of hearts.
Okay.
Now, all I'm doing there, by the time you know what I'm doing, we're already halfway through the deck, so I'm saying anytime you like, anytime you feel, just say the word stop. Now, we've only got maybe 2 cuts to go out. I'm just
Yeah.
holding a break, I should remind, just
Yeah, sure,
holding a break
above the
over the
five.
card there. So, generally, you will stop me within 2 more cuts of being told what to do. So, we'll do it again. I'll just, anytime you like, anytime you feel, just say the word stop.
Stop.
And you stop me, and the card is here.
Okay.
Now,
Had
there
I
is-
said stop 1 cut later, it's
if
going
you'd
to
have
be
said
over
one
here.
cut later, it'd have been on here and would have turned it
Cool.
over. If you'd have told, if you wouldn't have said stop, with the rest of the deck, I'd just put those on top, cut them to the bottom, and ready to do the.
Yeah,
fourth
made a
deck.
gag of it. Because this is almost a bit of a gag anyway, the whole part.
Yeah, the
of
whole
early-
3 of
yeah,
them
yeah.
really are all gags, just giving you, telling you how fair this can be.
Sure.
Cool. And then we move on to the real thing,
Okay.
which is
So you're just going to deal face up to face down.
just dealing face
So I
up to
call
face
stop.
down. Now the reason I'm dealing face down is just to reinforce that we've
Blues.
got blue backs.
Yeah.
And you say stop anytime you like.
Yep, stop.
We'll stop here on
Yes,
the
it
S,
has.
and you can have a little bit of byplay. Now, what you've got to do is split these cards just by pushing with the forefinger and pulling back with the thumb.
Right.
Now, there's a chance.
Obviously not
you're
like
gonna
that,
see
though, otherwise, yeah.
So at this point,
Different
this is when
effect.
I get you to get the money out.
Right, okay.
So
Yeah,
have
yeah.
you got
So,
some money?
yes,
So you
I
can,
have
and that gives me an
£20.
opportunity just to split them and square them back up and keep a break under the red back taste.
Okay.
The red back card. As you take the money out, then I can then go into the Mullica handling, where
Load the wallet.
open this up, load the wallet, take the wallet out. As we're flipping up, that's pushing
Shuttling
in.
underneath, yeah, into the paperclip.
and we then pull this out. Now all you're seeing at the moment is a £20 note with a paper clip
on it.
And then we can turn this over and we've got a little message on there. You can write whatever you want on there about gambling.
Ha ha, sucker.
Ha ha, sucker. It'd be
Do you find people buy into the money thing?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because normally tricks involving money, you know, like the 10-card poker deal, it's obvious that you're not going to let them win the money. You know, you're a card handler, there's £500 on the table, you'd have to be a moron to let them win.
Well,
but with this
is the thing that I like about this trick. I'm telling them not to bet.
Right.
I'm saying, don't bet this is going to match, you're going to lose your money.
Yeah.
So if they decide not to bet, it kind of makes them a winner. Because the problem with gambling tricks is you're kind of setting someone up to be a sucker.
Yeah, yeah.
So this gives them an out, and it makes them the winner when they
makes them feel like they were too wily for you to beat.
Exactly, exactly. And if they do bet, then take the money.
Nice. Every job's got its perks.
Everyone's got its perks.
So do you take the paperclip off, or do you let them do it?
They can do it.
Right.
I'll do it. Yeah, if we're in a nice place, then you can just take it out, turn the card
and
over,
it matches.
and it matches.
Do you ever worry about anyone seeing the wax or anything like that?
I've never come across a problem with it at all. No.
I think as magician,
I'm happy
yeah,
for people to handle the deck even.
Right.
I mean, if you,
yeah, I think Berger mentions this as well, doesn't
yeah,
he?
just hand them out.
Yeah, what are people going to look at? You know.
Yeah.
I think as magicians we're so used to pristine, clean, brand new decks. But I often wonder how often the average spectator has a brand new deck. Probably never. They've probably been using
The
the
ones
same.
in the cupboard are always.
They're always
battered
covered in
and
cack.
tatty,
Yeah. Cool.
Kay? Yes. Jenny, hiya. Hello. I don't know if you know Kay, but mints help to stimulate the mind. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
It's not true.
Right.
You'd be amazed how many people say yes that, just so they don't feel stupid. I did it for a lot of doctors last week. I said, did you know mints help to stimulate the mind? They went, yeah, we did it in medical school. I thought, you're lying swines. Mints help to stimulate the mind. These are the strongest mints I can find. Have you seen these before?
Yeah.
Just pop one on your tongue for me. Make the wine taste fantastic. I'll take one too. Okay. The effects of LSD usually take 20 minutes to kick in. Now, these are instant. And in a second, you're going to see something.
Right.
You're going to see something that's not there. And in your mind, you're going to swear that it is there. I'm telling you it's not there, so don't freak out, right? Don't panic. It's not there. Okay?
Yep.
Cool. Before we get into that, I'm going to spread through the pack. What I want you to do is look down and focus in on one card. See it very clearly in your mind. For instance, if I spread through and you see the ace of spades, in your mind you see a big ace, you see a big spade.
Yep.
I mean, don't pick the ace of spades, it's right on top. But you know what I mean, yeah? You'll see the number and suit of one card.
Yep.
Okay? Now I'll turn away, then I can't tell whereabouts you're looking. You ready?
Okay, yep.
You ready?
Yep.
Have you got a card?
Yep.
You seen one?
Yep.
Fantastic. I won't touch the pack again. Jenny, you keep your eye on the deck, make sure I go nowhere near it, alright?
Okay.
All you have to do now is say the name of the card over and over in your mind, like King of Diamonds, whatever it is.
Okay.
And then when you're ready, name the card out loud.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Name the card.
10 of hearts.
10 of Hearts?
Yeah.
Why the 10 of Hearts?
Don't know, it's the first one I saw.
What, you saw it?
Yeah.
When I spread through the pack?
Yep.
Do you remember taking the mint
Yes.
and you put it on your tongue?
Yes.
I told you you'd see something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
How would you feel if I told you there was no 10 of Hearts in that pack, you only think you saw it in your mind?
I'd say you were lying.
Yeah, there's no 10 of Hearts in there. You just think you saw it.
It is in
No,
there.
it's not in there. You'd swear you'd seen it, wouldn't you? I told you you would. Have I been anywhere near that pack? I've been nowhere near it. Look, if we spread through the deck, we can see all the cards. Got the 9 of Hearts there. There it was a 9 you saw. Got the 10 of Diamonds. No? There is no 10 of Hearts. Let's take it to the next level. You remember taking a mint
Yeah.
and you put it on your tongue. I told you you'd see something that wasn't there. How would you feel if I told you there were no mints there?
I'd say you were lying.
There were no mints there. Just a card. Just a card. One card.
No.
So, Matt.
This is mint, inspired by Darren Brown's smoke.
Right.
We obviously you can't smoke indoors anymore. You can't light up cigarettes. It's frowned upon by people. So I thought
Shouldn't smoke anyway. It's very
shouldn't
bad.
smoke anyway.
Very bad.
Very bad for you.
Don't smoke, children. Very bad. Very bad.
Use mints instead.
Absolutely.
I was talking to Jeff McBride. We're having a little session with Jeff, and I was talking about the smoke problem. And these mints had just come out in America.
Right.
And he said, let's see if a card fits in here. And it fits perfectly in there. So we took it out to Eugene Berger, who was out in the back garden, and we gave him one of the mints.
Having a cigarette, incidentally.
He
That's
was,
fantastic.
probably. And he just took one out and said, Matthew, the effects of LSD usually take 20 minutes. These are instant. And that was it. That was the start of the routine. Yeah, it kind of explained itself from there. So let's get into that, shall we? It's taking advantage of the Mind Power deck.
Right,
John
okay.
Kennedy's Mind Power deck. If you don't have one, then...
Should we just move these out of the
should
way
have
for a
one.
minute? Yeah, okay. So this is, okay, the Man Power deck, yeah. Which is the same thing Darren did use for smoke.
Yeah, he used that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go into another method a little later if you don't have a Mind Power deck. But
Okay.
basically, it's an 8-way forcing deck.
Right.
If you spread it one way, which is this way, we've got 8 cards repeated.
Okay.
If we turn the deck around and spread it the other way,
It's
the
all
8 cards have
52.
vanished, and this is, well, it's going to be 44.
44
So we've got
cards.
8 cards.
Ah,
missing.
okay. So it's a specially printed deck.
Yeah, it's a John Kennedy Mind Power deck.
Yeah, cool, okay.
So we use that to force a card.
So that forces one of the 8 cards.
Yeah.
And makes one of those
And
same 8
makes
cards
the
vanish.
same
So
8 cards
whichever card they
disappear.
think of, that's gone.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cool. So that's basically the whole
So that's the
routine
force.
done. All you
Right.
have to do now is switch the mint packet
Right.
for a mint packet with a card in. Now I'm using the Wrigley's Extra Ice
Okay.
at the minute. I got a box full of these last year. I think these have stopped being made now.
Okay.
But you can certainly get Listerine
Yeah, we've got
pocket
this
packs.
other thing. Yeah,
We've got these 24-hour, 24/7 instant energy packs,
Yeah.
which works quite well with the theme as well of
and I saw
stimulating the mind.
I saw these same packs in the States last year as well. So they're over, and in Spain I think you could get them.
Yeah, you
and
can get them everywhere. I mean, they're bringing out
It's
so
obviously
many
going to be
things.
an
I think there's
international
some-
thing.
I think
Yeah,
they brought some diet ones out.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. So, we bring out the mints, we offer one. I have the LSD line in my
Right.
routine. Obviously, take that out and use it as and when.
Okay.
There's some situations where
Yeah,
it's
so
not-
I mean, you're working in bars mainly in that kind of
Yeah.
environment, so that kind of presentation is perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fun line. No one's taking it seriously anyway. I do it if there are kids are there. I say, kids, put your fingers in your ears. I
Right.
say the line, and all the adults give.
I
us
mean,
a
if you
laugh
didn't
anyway.
want to be offensive, if you thought it was going to offend anyone, you could talk about their halitosis instead, and that would
That'd be much less offensive.
Yeah, absolutely. Really soften the blow.
I mean, just stick with the line. Mints help to stimulate the mind.
Okay, yeah,
And
cool.
we're away. Now,
you've got to switch
here
it
I
now
have
for one of these.
an index.
Can you just show us the card inside the little mint thing?
Yes,
Alex,
let's,
just so we
let's
can
show
see.
you how you fold that up, shall we? These packets just
It
pull
does
off.
just
the
fit
lid pulls
perfectly,
off.
doesn't it?
It's a wonderful fit.
So that's folded into.
We'll unfold the whole thing and show you how it's folded. I start by just in the middle of the pip here,
Yeah.
just in that little pip there,
Yeah.
just making a fold, and then kind of roll it around.
So it's folded
So
4
it's
times.
Folded 4 times,
Right.
and then folded in half.
And then it just fits
Basically, just get your first fold just under the width of the
Yeah.
packet. It's not a difficult thing.
No,
to
no,
do.
if it
You just
doesn't
fold
fit,
until
you folded it
fits.
wrong. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
Exactly. Now I have the open end towards the bottom
Okay.
because the pack tapers in a little bit, so we've got this thin end here,
At the top.
the V bit at the top there,
Yeah,
and that
cool.
just closes up, and it
Okay.
fits in nicely.
Excellent.
Now I have 8 of these in a little index.
So this is just made out of black elastic that
Yeah,
you've
this
sewn
is
up.
very simple to make. Just a long strip of black elastic, or any colour elastic, I suppose. You hold a mint packet on, and just sew a
You
little
could
pocket in.
probably staple it if you.
You could staple it, yeah. Yeah, it's not a big.
Well, you could
job.
have an envelope, couldn't you, just with little slits in, just drop
Yeah,
them in there.
yeah.
Yeah, any kind of index. Yeah.
This just fits perfectly in a jacket pocket, in a
Right.
trouser pocket. It's just a perfect size.
Okay.
And we'll go through some explanations.
Have you got these marked on the outside? So you know
On
what
the
order
back
they're
of them, yeah. I mean, I
Right.
know what order they're in. There's a 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10 Jack King.
in? Right.
So it's running in numerical order. But on the back of them, I do have the...
Yeah, just
I
for...
don't know if you can see that. Just have a little mark so that I can tell there's a 3 there, a 4 there.
Yeah, just for visual confirmation.
Yeah, because, yeah, exactly.
There'd be nothing
There's
worse than that.
coming to the end of the routine.
It's vanished and it's
and
not this
a
one
different
either.
card.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Vanished and changed.
So we can go on to the switch.
Yep. So this is the handling for the sit-down switch.
This is the sit-down
Okay.
switch, yeah. We'll go through a routine
So how many... You've got the sit-down switch, a stand-up switch.
and a behind-the-bar switch.
Right, okay.
The sit-down switch, the index is just under the leg here on the chair.
So just wedged between your...
Just yeah, you just sat on it with your thigh.
Between your thigh and your chair,
and the
cool.
chair there. Generally, people will ask, when Darren does this routine, he fishes for the card.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'll just spread through. I'll always say the King of Diamonds, which
Yeah.
is the most often picked card.
Okay.
I can tell if I've hit the King of Diamonds from the reaction.
Yeah, sure, because you're saying just think of it over and over.
Say a card like over and over, like King of
Okay.
Diamonds, King. If you've thought of the King of Diamonds, you'll go for it.
Yeah.
If not, I get you to just name the card out loud.
Okay.
Now, as you're doing that, I've already said that I'm going to turn away, so my chair's just moved to the side a little bit.
Right.
Just name the card.
Jack of spades.
As you say that, my hand comes down to move the chair back around. I'll slide out the Jack of spades from position into the hand,
Right.
move the chair in, come up, and I'm ready here with the card
switch.
finger palm.
So this one's still in play here.
So this one's still in play. I've got a finger palm card here.
Okay.
The deck's turned around so that the 8 force cards have vanished.
Right.
I said there's no Jack of spades in there. Now, as I go to spread the deck, this hand is going to come down in position ready to switch here. So the switch is done
Yeah.
like this.
Right.
I'm just dropping this card from finger palm. The palm of the hand is resting on the real mint packet
Okay.
and pulling back to the lap. But that's done under cover of the spread.
Okay.
So it's finger palmed, I'm spreading. The switch is done as the arm is
Covers.
over the hand, so you can't see anything. This hand pulls back,
Right.
drops into the lap, and we switch for the
Okay.
gimmick mints.
Do you bother which way up the packet is beforehand or after?
I always try to get it so that the window that shows the card
It's over.
is face down.
What about the one that's already on the table?
Always, when they've taken the mint, I'll put it down in that position,
Right, okay.
and I'll switch it and try and get it
So I
in
think when you
exactly
were
the same
showing me then,
position.
it was the other way up, but you do.
Yeah,
You set
I'll
it
always
so
have
that
the
that's
mint
that
down.
way down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're seeing
There's
exactly
nothing
the
for them
same
to see.
thing.
Yeah, cool. And then, of course, they look through, the card's not there. Disbelief, disbelief, disbelief. There's no heat on this at all at this point. It appears to be extraneous to the proceedings.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah, people have forgotten about this by
Yeah.
this point. They're all concentrating on where the card's gone. Now, I will just make a little point of people miscalling cards sometimes. When you do the spread,
Yeah.
some people will say, and they're not being funny about it, they're not trying to be clever, they've just seen a different card, they've seen a card that I know isn't there because it isn't one of the 8,
Yeah.
which happens from time to time. You've got to cut down the chance of that happening by the talk about you're going to see a card, focus on it, see the number, see the suit. That'll cut
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the way. And also, if they just say a completely random card, you've got one out where you say, okay, can you feel the mint kicking in? Excellent. That was the practice run. This time we've got the real thing, and you can do it again.
Right, okay.
So this is a little extra handling for the mint effect. For those who don't have a mind power deck, or even if you do, you may want to add this in because it gives it a little extra kick, I think. If you don't have a mind power deck, you can make an 8-way forcing deck, just 8 cards repeated through the deck, and you start the trick the same way, get them to look at any one of the cards. And your chair will be turned away, then you can't see what they're looking at. Now you're going to do an old gambler's switch. You can collect the cards, bring the cards in the right hand, come down, and underneath your thigh here, you're going to have a pack of blank face cards hidden underneath the thigh. You'll come down to move the chair, slide the forcing deck under the thigh, pull out the blank face deck. As you turn the chair, bring these out, backs face up, plonk them back down, and go back into the routine. Now, you're going to have to do the switch with the mints in your pocket. So your hand can just come down, pull the card, say, the same routine, there was no King of Diamonds in the pack, turn, show all the cards blank, and you can do the switch, showing that the card is now in the mint packet. So instead of just the one card disappearing, every single card disappears, and it just reinforces that hallucinogenic feel to the trick. Okay, so this is the mint switch when you're standing at a table. They'll name the card, you're just going into the pocket. I've got the index here in the pocket, and it fits perfectly in most jacket pockets. It's just exactly the right size, which is handy. So you go in, you know where the card is, you pull it out into finger palm, do the same switch again, but this time obviously you can't lock the card. And these mint packets are fantastic. For some reason you don't even need to palm it, you can just press down and it'll stick to the hand, which is just a wonderful design. You don't really even need to palm. So as you're doing the switch, you just press down as you spread, this will stick to the hand, comes into palm, and you can just relax back, and because they're tapered here, you just relax back onto the hand and it automatically feeds into the pocket. Just the taper here will automatically feed itself into the pocket. So that's the switch for standing up. Leanne, can you hold on to that for me if you would? That's my wallet. There's no money in there. I do keep something very special in there though. I keep my emergency card in there. You don't want it mixing with the others, do you? Keep it separate. Keep it safe. Do I look tired? I'm really tired. Do you know, I haven't been sleeping. I haven't slept for about 3 weeks. I've been having this dream, right? Well, it's more of a nightmare, to be honest. I have this like recurring nightmare. I try and start a trick in my dreams. I get attacked by a card. It's not funny. Have you seen Alien, the film? Like,
Yeah.
card sticks to me. Freaks me out. It's not funny. It's same card every single night. Stay along with the show. Why don't you take a look at a card and remember it for me? You have a card in mind?
Yep.
Whatever card you're thinking of right now, just say it out like Ace of Diamonds, whatever it is.
It was actually the Ace of Diamonds.
Pardon?
It was the Ace of Diamonds.
No. Was it?
Yeah.
Ace of Diamonds is one I have nightmares. Yeah, no, I don't like using that one. No. So I have this dream, I try and start a trick in my dreams, I get attacked by the Ace of Diamonds, that sticks to me. Can we start again? I don't like using that. Do you mind? Is that alright? I'll tell you what, just point to a card for me, just point to one. Take it out and write your name on it. Write your name on this side of the card. I won't look. In fact, I'll look at you, then you can tell I'm not looking where I shouldn't be looking. And it's a bit of a treat for you.
Really?
It's the beard, you see, that's what does it.
Yeah.
You can touch it if you like. I'll take the pen. Just as long as it's not the Ace of Diamonds, we will be okay. What? It's not, is it? No. Is it? Is it? The Ace?
Yeah.
That's the one I have nightmares about. Yeah, no, I don't like using that one. See, I have this dream, I try and start a trick, I get attacked by the Ace, it like sticks to me. Can we start again?
Yeah.
Do you mind?
No,
is that alright? So hold your hand out for me. I'll cut off little packets like this. Anytime you like, you just say stop.
Stop.
Take the card, write your name, start the trick. What? What? No, is it?
It is.
That's the one I have nightmares. No, I don't like using that. See, I have this dream, right? I try and start a trick, I get attacked by the Ace. It sticks to me. Can we start again? Do you mind? Is that alright? I'll tell you what, give me a number, if you would.
5.
5. Any reason for 5?
No.
Hold out your hand for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Pop your name on it. Ready to begin.
It's the same one.
I'm glad you can laugh about this. I can't sleep. No, I don't like using that. I'll tell you what, we'll put that one back in.
Yeah.
In fact, you push it in. I don't like touching it. Take the next one. Write your name. Start the trick. No, is it? I'm going to do this slowly. I'll do it slowly. Tell me honestly if you see anything, because I don't know how I do this. My mum knows, but she won't tell me. She won't. I think my dad's a wizard. It explains the beard. No, everyone in family's got one. Should see my sister. She's not happy. She's not happy. I'll tell you what, I'll do it slowly. Tell me if this is fair. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Is that right? We know it's yours, we can see your name on it and everything, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that fair?
Yeah.
I won't touch it, I don't like touching it, I'll push it like that. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Put it there. What about if I put it in the middle, is it fair? Put it in there. Put it in there. There?
Yeah.
Or there? There?
There.
Is that fair? Will you
Yeah.
push it in? And we'll put that in there, is that fair?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
So I have this dream, right? I try and start a trick. I get attacked by the ace of diamonds. I don't like using that. So I don't like using it, so you hold on to those. We won't use it. We won't use it. And instead I'll use my emergency card. I have one card I keep for emergencies. Keep it nice and safe. I keep it in my wallet, which you've been holding, so that's good. So if we open this up, you hold on to the cards. I don't like it coming near those. Keep it separate from those. Keep it safe inside 2 wallets for extra security, and paperclip to my business card, you see. There it is. That's my emergency card. You can take it out, write your name on it, we'll start the trick.
Oh my god, it is. Look.
Well, Lindsay, you know what they say about a recurring dream? They say if you have a recurring dream and you tell someone about it, you pass it on. So sleep well tonight.
Thank you.
So, Mullica's Nightmare,
Mullica's
another routine
Nightmare.
with a Mullica wallet.
Yeah, I mean, I use a Mullica wallet. I think it's a great little wallet
Yeah.
because you can hand it out. It's like a card wallet that you can hand out. This is basically my ambitious card routine,
Yeah.
although there's only one ambitious stage in it.
Right.
But it stemmed from reading Absolute Magic, Darren Brown,
Yeah.
and he just has one line in there where, wouldn't it be interesting, instead of the card coming to top through the magician's power, how interesting would it be if you're trying to get rid of it and it kept coming up by itself and it was freaking you out?
Right.
So that was the inspiration for it.
Okay.
We start the routine by giving you the wallet.
Okay.
Pop that away. Have the little catchphrase, the little tagline that we come back to: keep it separate, keep it safe.
Okay. And this is set up.
This is set up inside here. We've got the smaller wallet with the paperclip coming out of the back
Right.
again, and inside. For this routine, I use a Samaritan's card, but you can just as easily have your business card in.
Okay.
Because we give this then to them at the end and say, don't have nightmares. If you do have nightmares, you can give me a call. So
Right,
it's a nice way to give your business card out. So that's set up in there.
With the paperclip coming out the back.
Paperclip at the back, and then this is into the wallet.
Okay. And we can get into the load a bit later when it comes to the
load in a
right. So that
second.
goes into the spectator's pocket.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I did the little story about having nightmares
Right.
and setting up for the card on forehead.
Right.
Said, it's a funny line. It gets.
That caught me in performance, by the way.
Did it really?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't.
Did it?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. That's good. We start with the eyesight.
Okay.
So, in fact, before I mention that, during the routine at the start when I'm saying, and it's the same card every night, very often they'll either say out a card out loud,
Yeah.
or they'll say, what card is it? So if it's what card is it, I say, oh, I don't like talking about it.
Right.
If they name a card, then that's the card we
That
use,
you use,
and
okay.
I don't do the eyesight.
Okay.
So that's the one we'll go for. I'll just have a quick flip through and bring it to the top and classic.
Right.
Force it.
Okay.
So the first part is the eyesight.
Okay.
Whatever card they're looking at, we cut the pack, and I name whichever card I think they've looked at. I'll bring it to
Okay.
the top. So in this case, it's the 2 of
Two of
clubs.
clubs.
So I'll say, just name the card out loud, like 2 of clubs, and I'll throw it out, and if I
Okay.
hit, it's an instant hit.
Yeah.
If I don't hit, then it's completely forgotten about.
Yeah.
But I know whatever card they say, I know the general area it's going to be.
It's in the
because
top few,
it's in the top few or the bottom few. So I can very easily bring it into position for a classic force.
Sure.
Now, the classic force is just a standard classic force.
Okay.
If you miss, it's very important that you hit this. You
Yeah.
have to hit it.
Yeah.
So if you miss, you can do a top change,
Right.
or I've come up with what I call an under fire top change.
Right.
Because everyone's burning the cards at this point.
Okay.
So we've got the force card here, and we miss with the classic.
So I take this
You
card.
take that one. You just point to a card. This is how I set the card up.
Okay.
Just point to a card and
Yeah.
slide it out towards yourself.
Yeah.
And I'll cut the force card to the top here. I say, I'm going to ask you to do something you've probably never done before. And as I'm saying that, I get a little break just under the top card, under the force card here.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to do something you've never done before. And I take the card back before you get a chance to look at it.
Right.
I say, I need you to write your name on the card. Now, don't write it on the back, and I point down to the back. It gives me a reason for putting the card on top of the
Onto
deck
the
and
deck, right.
pointing. and obviously I'm setting up my double. So don't write it on the back,
Put it on the front.
write it on the face, and I pick up the 2 cards.
Okay.
So I'm now showing the force card.
That's cool.
So we've got the gag. Don't write it on the back, write it on the face, and I need to obviously to get rid of this top card now. So I bring them back in here, aligned, and I say, not your face. So I bring my hand up this way, not your face, and I slide this card back.
Right.
So we've got the wrong card, the force card's on top. Write your name on the back. Not on. I'll need you to write your name on the face. Not your face, the face of the card.
Right.
And as I'm doing that, I'll pull across and take my pen. So it's just a really surefire, under fire top change.
Sure. Okay.
So that's the force card. Get you to write it.
Okay.
Now some people, as you tried to do, you'll say, oh no, this is the card that is the nightmare card. I don't want anything to do with that at the minute. So I'll turn away and I'll stop speaking to someone over here. Just write your name, because I don't want you to spoil the gag before we get there. So you've written your name on here. We take it back. I do the little play about, oh no, that's the wrong card. We'll start again. And I'm trying to get them into the process of this. We're in the middle of my recurring dream.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So we'll now do the timing force, which we covered a little earlier on. I'll cut any time you want. You just say stop.
Stop.
And you can take the card.
Okay.
So obviously that's just the timing.
Okay.
You've got 2 hits, and if you miss, you can just go on and do it again.
Yeah.
Write your name on again, and now as you're doing that, I'm going to count off 6 cards down here. I'll count them in 3s. I'll take 3, and then 3. So that's 6 cards here, and I'll have a little break. Take your card back, put it on top, and just cut the 6 cards to the top, which now leaves the force card in 7th position. Now we're going to do, I think Eugene Berger calls this the 5-10 force, but we're going to do it with almost any number. It has to be a low number really, but I'll get 3 cards at the top, and I'll get a break, and I'll get 3 cards at the bottom, and I'll get a little finger break, and the 3rd finger keeps the break at the top, so we've got... So I'm now covered for 4, 7 and 10.
Yeah.
So if you say any of those, I can cut to the bottom, I can cut to the top,
and done.
So we're in position. If you could say 6 or 8, I can say hold out your hand, and as you're doing that, so we'll go for the 8th card. It's 7th now, you say 8, I'll say hold out your hand, and I'll pull off a card to gesture to hold out the hand, and then I'll put it back on top.
Okay.
And I'll do that with 2 cards, 3 cards, whatever it is. So we're covered really between 3 cards and up to about 15. Really, you can, if they say 15...
So you just guide them verbally to pick a lowish number?
Yeah, so just name it. I mean, most people are going to say 7. I mean, probably 70% of the time they're going to come straight out and say 7. So if they said 15, I'll just do a pass to bring the 3 cards to make it the 10th down, and then as I'm talking I'll say hold out your hand, and I'll just pull across 5 cards, hold out your hand, and put them on top.
Them across.
So there's no move really, I'm just counting and cutting.
Okay.
But it's all covered by the patter.
Yeah, sure. It's not easy one-on-one like this, to, you know, with a camera as well. To use the misdirection that would be available in a group, which is what this is designed for.
Exactly.
Yeah, the dynamic of dealing with a group is a lot different, isn't it, to one-on-one in front of the camera.
So we've counted down to the 7th card, and we've hit the card again.
Right.
Now, as we've got a little bit of biplay, and I'm saying some lines, there's always got to be a line, a little joke every time it appears. I'm going to do this little turnover move to get ready for a double.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's nothing, I don't know who originated this, I saw Johnny S. Palmer do it.
Right.
I'm sure it goes way back. You just drop in the hand to the side, push off a little bit, and use the thigh just to turn the card.
Okay.
And you keep that facing yourself, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a giveaway. So we bring that up, put it on here, and we're ready for a double that we can just turn straight over, pop in the middle and get you to push in. Turn it over. Now, and under the confusion here, I'm going to get ready for the card to forehead.
Right.
So you've got to have a little bit of spit on your forehead, which
Yeah.
isn't a nice thing, and it's certainly not a nice thing to set up. But I can cover it by a little confusion, so I can hand to the mouth,
Yeah.
give the fingers a little lick,
Yeah.
and then a little troubled, little worried forehead rub,
Right.
and that sets me up here.
Okay.
Now, some people say, can you use sweat? If you're sweating, the card won't stick.
No, sure.
It'll fall straight off. So if you're sweating, just put the card in your mouth.
Yeah.
But otherwise, a little bit of spit, and it'll just stick straight to the forehead.
Okay.
Cool. So we've got the card. We're going to do... What's this? this little move?
Yeah, this is just like a standard add-on move, ambitious card sequence move, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Again, the credit will be on the end of the DVD for the exact reference.
everyone who's doing an ambitious card will know this move,
Yeah.
I should imagine. You just get a little break under here, swing cut, push this card, turn it over, flip it over and drop. Just add on one more card here. So you got the force card and one added on. And this is turned here, so it just looks like. Give these a little spread, push it in, and now I'm saying, is this fair, is this fair, is this fair?
Yeah.
It's kind of giving a backup, because when you do the switch it is a little bit funny, but I'm giving them something to worry about as to where it's going to go in the pipe. So, do you want it here, 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 wherever you want?
In there, yep.
I'll start to push it in, and say, you push it, and a little misdirection as I turn the head.
Yep.
So I'll turn my head this way,
Right.
I won't do it here, but I'll turn away from the group and just pop it on
Stick
there.
it.
And turn back round. Now, if the trick's going well, you'll be concentrating so much on this part, you won't turn away. A lot of the group will start laughing because they'll see it.
And I'll see it first.
And you're always the last one to see, so it's a good comedy moment.
Yeah, cool.
Now, some people, it is possible that some people are going to see you putting it on the head. So if they do, they do, and just give them a little knowing wink and a smile. And the gag's still on this guy, so it still works. So we have this, come down and do a top change.
Right.
Get them to hold these cards, rip up the false card that you've changed, and then go into the Mullica wallet.
So I hand you the wallet.
You hand me the wallet. We have a little break, flip open the wallet, hand you the cards.
Right.
Keep it separate.
Keep it safe.
A little call back to the start of the trick. Keep it separate. Keep it safe inside two wallets. Cover the paper clip with the finger as you just give it a little flip. Flick this over. As you're doing this, you're loading underneath and bringing it in. Toss down casually, open, and we've got the Samaritan's card or your business card or whatever you want on there.
It's a great presentational ploy for the ambitious card.
Yeah.
I think probably my favourite since Gary Kurtz's hypothetical possibilities. It just builds into a much bigger. You know, it's one of those things where the whole is much greater than some of the parts.
It brings them into this little world that you're into this little nightmare world that you live in.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cool.
Very good.
Thank you. Okay, so this is the Mullica wallet. This is a large breast wallet, and inside is a smaller wallet with the cut on the back. These are available, and I think there's also the hip pocket Mullica that you can get. Basically, inside here, this is a regular wallet, there's nothing gaffed about this. Inside the smaller wallet we have my business card with a paper clip on, and that paper clip comes through the slit here. I must just mention David Parr, who used to do something similar with a post-it note, but he had to cut a huge chunk in the back, which meant you couldn't flash the wallet. To load a card in there, you have to take a break, and as you're opening up the wallet, the inner wallet is on this side, so it's opening this way with the wallet here. This flips open, and you pinch the top card that you're stealing, you pinch that with the ring finger onto the bottom of this deck from here, and these cards can now go out of sight. The left hand re-grips the wallet between the middle finger and thumb, and also pinching the card. Remove the wallet, a little flash, and in the process of flicking this cover closed, this side of the wallet, you're going to flick it closed, you're going to load this card into the paper clip. So just a flip, and we're in. Now what's going on under here, as this is coming over, the left fingers are straightening, pushing it just over the edge. So the left fingers straighten as this closes. The right fingers grab and pull inwards, and that loads it straight into the paper clip as that's closing, and that's all in one fluid movement. Cool. Now once it's loaded in there, do it again, once it's loaded in there, this is now free. You could toss it down on the table, you can do anything you want with it because it's locked. I put my index finger of the left hand here, which gives me a little control on the card underneath when I'm pulling it out. Flick this over, open this up, you can go in, we'll put this down for now. Obviously that's covering. You go in and you can just feed that through, and from this side it just pops out paper clipped to the business card, which you can give away. Now the original handling, we don't have the business card at all, we don't have the paper clip. This is in here. We load the card onto the wallet. What traditionally happened, you'd take this wallet out, you'd then have to double back on yourself here and slide this top wallet out this way and then go in, and it just seemed like one extra move for me. So I've cut it down so that you can go straight into here, and that's the Mullica wallet. Charlie, what are you doing the shuffling for when I asked Tom to do it? Don't tease it, don't tease it. Shuffle those up for me, Tom, if you would. Now, the more people who choose a card, the harder it is for me to succeed. So if you want me to fail, you take out a card. Thanks for your support. Take a card. Take it out. Anyone else want one? Want one? Perfect. You take a card. Take one. Yeah, I think everyone's going to take. How many is this? How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I've never done it with 8. Never mind. Write your names on the cards. Don't let me see. On the face. Write your name on, not your face. Face of the card. Thank you very much. Pass the pens along. That's it. Blow it to dry the ink. We don't want it smudging. Got it? I'll take one from you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Are you easily offended? Excellent. Are you easily offended? No. Don't give a damn. So here we go, 8 cards. Remember your own card. This is like a remembering test for you guys. Remember? Yeah. Okay, we've got 8 cards going into 8 separate places in the deck. Is that fair? Yeah? 8? Yeah? Fair? Give these a little shuffle, just to mix them up. Give them a little riffle shuffle for all the poker players who think I might cheat. I'm going to give them a fancy little one-handed riffle shuffle, just because I can. You know, I showed that to a girl last night. You know what she called me? You know what she called me? A sad and lonely guy. Very true. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I do cheat a little bit. I'm going to spread through the cards, and because you've all written your names on the cards, I can tell whereabouts they are. And I think I saw yours. I think it was your card. Yours was a red card, wasn't it? A heart. A 4. 4 of hearts. Got my wallet here. Open the wallet, we've got a flap. Inside the flap, we've got a sleeve. Inside the sleeve, we have a card. We've got one card. It's the 4 of hearts, Tom. Yeah. I did that last night, you know. Everybody clapped. It's too late now. You're too late. You're too late. You have until I finish the prompt in the clap sentence to clap, or it's too late. All right, you'll get another chance. Okay. It's okay. We'll go for your card next. Do you know where your card is?
In there somewhere.
No, it's just under that box in front of you there. There it is. Oh, is that yours? Rich, 10 of clubs. Yeah. Last night, when I did this, everybody clapped. It's too late, you're too late, you're too late. And thanks for that, Jenny. Well, to be honest, that's more of a golf clap, to be fair. It's whoops and cheers for Magic, the American way. Perfect, you'll get another chance. I'm going to try and find your card the most spectacular way I know how. Would you be amazed if I could name your card?
Yes.
Would you?
Yeah.
I'll just do that then. That's easy enough. What about if I made your card do a somersault? What about 2 somersaults? What about 2 somersaults, a half turn, half twist, leap 10 feet into the air, reverse direction, and I'm back in the centre of the deck? Would that be good? Yes. You're damn right it'd be good. I don't think I can do it. No, I genuinely don't. We've got air conditioning coming in. It's dark. There's a light in my eye, which it now is, so that's good. And I haven't practiced this. You know, it took me 4 years of practice to get this trick. It's not very difficult. I just don't practice much. Okay. So, What do you think? Should we get this on the first attempt and look like a bit of a show-off? Or shall we go for the second attempt, bit of a sympathy vote and everyone will clap? What do you think?
First.
I'll tell you what, we'll try it the first and then we'll decide. That's probably better. Okay, name your card for me. King of Spades, yeah, excellent. Does a back somersault. 1, 2 half turns, 2 twists, a spin, a flip, a half turn, and hopefully, if God's on our side, up, down, into the centre of the deck, the King of Spades. Thank you, Jenny. You almost got it. I'm bored now, to tell you the truth. I'll find them quickly. We've got that one. We've got the 5 of diamonds. That's one of them. We've got the Queen of Hearts. That's another one. We've got cards coming up. 3 of diamonds and the 9 of clubs. I think that was yours, and yours. Yeah, I think so. I did that last night, and everybody just in time. Just in time, well done you. Not much ooh, but we'll save it for the end. Is that everyone now? Have I got them all?
7.
Is there one missing? Is that yours? That's all the sleight of hand I know, really. No, it is, I don't know any more sleight of hand. If it's not too offensive, I could try and find yours with sleight of tongue, if that's alright. Is that okay? Is that alright? Tom, just because you can't do this doesn't make you any less of a man. Alright? Cool. Sleight of tongue. Serious. Sleight of tongue. No. Do you know what that is? Do you know what it is? That's my engineer. Sleight of tongue.
No way.
Factory. Thank you very much. Johnny, you keep that as a souvenir? Don't touch it, don't touch it. Okay, so we've got 10 cards out. I'm doing this for 10 people because that's the usual number you have on a table. And we're going to collect them into a fan. So card 1 we'll say is the person just here. That's the one that's going to go under the box. Card 2 is going to come from the wallet. The next one going in is going to be the guy just here because this is the card that's going to appear inside this box later on. So we'll put card 10 at position number 3. Then we can go in with the rest of the cards, just going in order. Now I'm collecting these cards back, I'm not getting them to push them in themselves. And the final card, the one that goes at the end, is the pretty girl, the one that you're going to do the card from mouth for at the end. Pretty girl or flirty girl. Probably best to stay away from the pretty ones because the boyfriends get upset, so I'll go for an older lady, it's much more fun. So we've got the 10 cards, we'll then close the fan and let everyone see that these are all fairly going into different places. Now we're just going to do a push through multiple shift which shuffles all the cards to the top. This is something I've come up with, but I'm sure it's in print and we'll have the credits for that at the end. So we'll just push those through, just off to the side a little bit. And this corner here is covered by this hand. So I can ask the person here, is that fair? And all they can see is a little bit of the cards coming out of the corner. And this finger here is going to pull these cards around, it pivots around this thumb and slides out this way as you push in with this finger. So it's going to come around that way as you're smoothing that up. So you've got a big gap here, but from the front everything's pretty much covered. The first finger of the left hand now comes in this way, the finger comes in and slips out, and you shuffle the rest of these cards on. So you've got all the selections now on the top of the deck in order for the reveals. So we're going to cheat a little bit, do a palm, which is, I'm doing a one-handed palm, or you can just push off with the thumb and collect this into palm, and you spread through the cards to find the order, but you're loading this card under the box right in front of the person on your right hand side. So you pick up with the index finger and thumb, the card's palmed in between the three fingers here, you pick up. As you start to spread, you can drop this card and move the box on top as you spread in through. So this is the misdirection to cover this little move. Collect all the cards up, palm again, say I've got your card, palm again, and come into the pocket. Now you can produce the card from your pocket, or you can produce your card from the card to wallet, whatever way you want to do it. So we'll just produce it from the pocket right now. And this is person number 2. This is your card. Now we turn to the first person on the right hand side, say, do you know where your card is? And as we're doing that, we'll just get a little break and push this card about a third of the way down and have a break underneath. Do you know where your card is? Your card is just under this box. And the hand comes in, the first finger, just on the divot, the little cutout of the box just presses down, the middle finger comes to the edge of the box here, you pick up. Now they're probably going to reach for that card and say, wait, name the card. And as they're naming the card, you say, pick it up, the box comes across, this hand pivots, you can push the card under the finger, under the first finger, into the middle, and the left hand just rotates and pushes the card into the box. And the first finger pushes the flap, which loads the card completely in the box. As you put it down, everyone's attention is on this card here. So that's the first 2 cards. Now go for the next card in the fanciest way I know how, and we'll do the boomerang card of death. I learnt it from Greg Wilson. I think he learnt it from Ricky Jane. It probably goes way beyond that, but that'll be on the credits. So we just flick the card up, and we'll bring that out. Now you may not catch it the first time always, so I always have a little gag in there. I say explain how difficult this is. Say, do you want me to get it on the first attempt and look like a show-off, or do you want me to get it on the second attempt, a bit more sympathy and a bigger round of applause? Whatever they say, I say, well, I'll tell you what, we'll give it the first go and see what happens. So if you do catch it, you look like a show-off and you still get the applause, but if you don't, you get the sympathy the second time round. Now, this will land back into the centre of the deck, This will land back in the centre, and you can spread the cards to show it is in the centre, and just spread past the top 4 cards here, and get a break under those. Pull this out, show it around and take a little bow. Now as you do that, you can do the flip over move that you did for getting a double, but this time you do it with 4 cards. So you're flipping 4 cards over so they face up, as you're showing this around with a little bow. Come back, palm off the 4 cards, up with the sleeve, put these down and do the Phoenix Knights move, where you're going to produce the next 4 cards. So that's 4 in a row, taking us to 7. Now you don't look too impressed. Why don't you try it? We'll do a classic force. Hopefully they hit the card, which is a bit of a miracle anyway. If they don't, that's no problem either. You just bring it to the top. You say, see, it's not easy, is it? That gets a laugh. That gives you a chance to do a top change, blow, and you produce their card. Cut the extra card back down to the middle, leaving us 2 cards to go. So do you know where your card is? Your card is just inside that box, and you let him take it up, pick it up, open it up, and remove the card himself. Now that gives you plenty of misdirection to do the Tommy Wonder Mercury fold. A normal Mercury fold is folded into 4 parts. This one's folded into 6 parts. I think Tommy Wonder uses it for his ambitious card routine. So basically you're going to pull down, use this finger to pull down, and it comes to about a third, and you use the thumb just to make a crease here. So we'll make a crease there. And then the fingers curl in this way to fold the card in half. You can press against the deck, slide it down, and the thumb completes the fold. And then we're going to a card from mouth. Now the reason for doing the fold like that is so you can unfold it in the mouth. We have the little engineer gag. You can use that if you want. It always gets a laugh. It's not a great joke, but it gets a laugh. The first time, pull the card out, and I'm doing it's quite a sexual moment. This I'm doing it with flirting with the lady, and it's so the card's quite erect, and you're making quite a funny face. And when it's the wrong card, it's so it's like a droop. You droop in the card. It's yay, and then so, Try again, very keen, sexy as you like. You can give the husband a little stare, a little evil look if you like. But this time you're going to load the card into the mouth, and you're loading it so that the V, this side is going in first, so it's going in this way, under the back of the cards here. So we're into the eye. And we'll do a little cough. Now I've got to thank Andrew James for this. When he does his balloon swallow, it's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen. So make a big deal about this coming up. Big surprise, it's acting. Now you've got to unfold the card with your mouth. No touching. So we're in. The V's at the back. So it's almost like a little beak here. We'll push. The front bit comes over the first bit of the lip, and your mouth pulls back. And bite down to straighten up. And you can rotate the card this way, so that the V goes to the top. The V goes up. And just flatten them out to unfold this way. And while you're doing that, this bit just goes behind the bottom lip. And you can push forward and everything's erect in the mouth. Now, people are freaking out a little bit about it, a bit disgusting, whatever you want to say. As you're doing that, you can palm off a whole load of cards. Thank you. And finish with the cards from mouth. Okay, this is Phoenix Knights, which is an adaptation of Phoenix Aces, which I love, I do all the time, but I think it's a little bit flourishy for some situations. So this was one, I wanted it to be more of like a Cardini appearance. We're going to use jacks for this because it's Knights. We've got 2 red, 2 black, and these are palmed backside. The first one is the same appearance as Phoenix Aces. You're going to straddle the pack with the first and little finger, the index and little finger, and it's just going to pop out the cards. So we're going to bend, just bevel the cards and pop it out. This hand rotates, the thumb comes onto this corner, the index finger takes over here, and you can show. Now as we're turning, we're doing the, I think it's Ackerman on Kelly, which is the Kelly bottom replacement move, but we're going to take that into Tenkai. So basically this is one card sliding off the 3 as the hand rotates. So we come into this position, these 2 fingers just pull to the side as this hand rotates, the thumb moves up, and then the thumb leaves the corner and takes this card into Tenkai as the first and thumb of the left hand rotate the card round. So I'll just slow that down again. We appear at the fingers and take. We can then produce this from Tenkai just by curling in the first and middle finger and popping it up. So from here to here. Rotate to show this card. As that's happening, you're going to do exactly the same move with the left hand as you just did with the right. The middle and ring finger of the left hand pull as the thumb rotates the card up, and you take the 2 cards into the right hand as the left hand keeps one in Tenkai, which then produces. So you can now take this card and the single card, leaving a double here. Now this finger is used as a brace to keep everything square here. So this is keeping everything square. As you take this, you can then do a nice display to show your hands completely empty. And then this is almost the Eugene Berger world's fastest card trick. It's a snap change variation. You're just going to pull this one down into Tenkai, this back card, as the face card becomes shown. So you're here, you can show, and I'll expose it, that's coming along into here. So the unexposed, these are squared up, and you take it and display, leaving this in Tenkai that you can then produce again. So I'll just run through it. Got 4 cards, back out, produce at the fingers, pull into Tenkai as you rotate the hand, produce, pull into Tenkai as you rotate, produce, take the single, the double with the twist, and produce. Now I'll just make a little point about turning the body just to make the angles, because this is quite an angly trick. You can produce here, you turn, rotate the left shoulder back so that you've got a cover for the Tenkai card here. You can turn again as you take to cover here, and then turn again to cover here. That's Phoenix Knights. Okay, so I've done the push through shuffle where I've controlled the 10 cards to the top, and just as a little convincer I like to do a false riffle shuffle. The one that I use is the Heinstein shuffle, but I know that Mark Spellman has one, Benno has one in print as well, there are a few out there. And then when I've done that, I like to follow up with a false one-handed riffle shuffle, which is inspired by René Levant, but I can use 2 hands, which is handy. Suppose we'll give them a little cut, get into one-handed riffle shuffle position where you just weave the back corner in, and I'm going to push this pack, the pack nearest to the thumb, I'm going to pull it up a little further and more of an angle, and as I get the spread and spin them in, we're going to have a little jog in this corner, this middle finger. I don't know if you can see this here, we've got a jog there, and that middle finger just squares everything up. The index finger then comes in and takes over and swivels these around, and you just strip them out and go into a little butterfly cut. So I'll just show you that again. The one-handed shuffle, spread with the middle finger in between, weave in at the back, pull forward at an angle, spread them in so the middle finger can catch these. This packet's at an angle here, this packet's at an angle here. The little finger and the index finger can just pull these apart, just split and go into a butterfly cut.